Animal Tarot Cards by Radley Valentine and Doreen Virtue. How to work with the Animal Tarot Cards. Introduction. We created this deck of Animal Tarot Cards because we admire animals for their unconditional love, playfulness, and wisdom. We both enjoy spending time with God's beautiful creatures, and that includes the ones represented on these cards. Animals are messengers, like celestial angels, and we encourage you to have conversations with them. Just like angels, they speak in an energy language that you can perceive as visions, feelings, and words in your native tongue. These cards are a way to communicate with animals through the law of attraction and magnetic resonance. This means that the questions that your client asks will magnetically attract the best cards to provide helpful answers. Animals may be sent to you during your time of need. For example, those who are grieving may find a stray cat or dog who becomes their much-needed companion. Or those who are worried can derive comfort from hugging a loving puppy. In addition, you can transcend your personal angst by engaging in animal rescue work. The two of us are huge supporters of rescue organizations around the world. We both have rescue dogs. I, Doreen, have rescue animals of many species, including cats, sheep, cows, and more. Animals also come to us in spirit form. This can be a beloved pet who has passed over and is now with you like a guardian angel. Or this may be a spirit animal you've never encountered in physical form. Do you keep coming across the same type of animal wherever you go? For instance, in pictures, news stories, and other reference materials? This is a sign that that particular animal is wanting to be your animal guide, like a guiding angel from the animal kingdom. You can find out which is yours by asking, "Who is my animal guide?" and pulling a single card from this deck. You can also discover your animal guide by noticing which animals appear frequently during your readings. Your animal guide is with you in spirit as your companion and protector. You can have several, each serving an individual purpose. They work together with your guardian angels to ensure that your life is meaningful and focused upon your divine mission. Each animal species teaches us and helps us with a particular lesson. These cards will familiarize you with the spiritual specialties of different species. Humans and animals work together in cooperation. We care for and protect them, and they give us lessons, love, and companionship. While we love all animals, for this deck we have selected a variety of species with characteristics that align with the symbolism of tarot. This includes many aquatic animals, and we have also carried through one so-called mythical creature from our other decks, the unicorn, which we believe to be a now extinct species that once roamed the earth. Among domesticated animals, we have chosen certain breeds because of their familiar associations and personality attributes. The Animal Tarot cards, like our other card decks, are 100% positive while still acknowledging the realities of life's ups and downs. Based on traditional tarot, the messages in these cards have been translated into their highest vibration, so you won't find any frightening images or words here, as all of the cards are compassionate and respectful of your sensitivity. You can also mix the Animal Tarot cards with our Angel Tarot cards or other decks to increase the level of detail in your answers. The angels, mermaids, dragons, fairies, and unicorns in the Angel Tarot cards get along well with everyone in the Animal Tarot cards. Whether you're seeking guidance for yourself, a loved one, or a client, you'll find that the animal tarot cards will speak clearly to you. About your animal tarot cards. Tarot is an accurate tool to get the detailed information and answers to your questions. Of course, you can receive guidance by going directly to God, Jesus, and the angels. However, when you're stressed, it can be difficult to feel their presence or hear their messages. That's when tarot cards can create a pipeline to heavenly guidance for you. If you've ever used the deck of angel oracle cards, then animal tarot cards will seem very comfortable to you. The only real difference between oracle and tarot cards is that the latter follow a structured storyline of what life is like on Earth. We are born, go to school, meet friends, fall in love, and choose careers. All these aspects of life, and many more, are found in the tarot. Because millions of people have lovingly turned to tarot for answers, it has become symbolic of the divine guidance it offers, and it's extremely reliable and accurate. It may surprise you to know that tarot was originally a parlor game, similar to bridge. As time went by, intuitive people realized that there was more to tarot, yet at many points in human history, it was not safe for them to fully display their intuition for fear of reprisals. This is one of the reasons why tarot had such a secretive nature in the ancient past. But we are very blessed that in today's world, most of us are now free to embrace our spiritual gifts in order to help those in need. We have kept the classic structure of tarot in this deck, with changes that express the loving and supportive nature of this divination tool. Every card is reassuring and safe for highly sensitive people. Tarot originally consisted of 2 sets of cards called arcana. These 2 arcana were later combined into the now traditional 78 cards. The first set is today called the major arcana, comprising 22 cards that describe major events and turning points in our lives, such as marriage, pregnancy, relationship, and career changes, as well as overcoming personal challenges. The major arcana cards can also represent the different phases from childhood to old age. The second set of cards is called the minor arcana, which consists of 4 suits representing different aspects of human life. While the major arcana symbolize major life transitions, the minor arcana reflects the day-to-day aspects of our lives and the people in them. The minor arcana cards are numbered 1, which is ace, through 10, plus an additional 4 cards referred to as the court cards: princess, prince, queen, and king. Court cards can represent either a situation or a person during a reading. In order to make it easy for the reader, we have placed personality attributes at the top of each card and situational descriptions at the bottom. To know which is relevant in the reading, review the surrounding cards and let your intuition guide you. It's also important to note that the genders represented by the court cards aren't something you need to be tied to. The traditional tarot, the 4 suits of the minor arcana, are usually named wands, cups, swords, and coins, but we have renamed them in order to make them very easy to interpret and understand. In the animal tarot cards, like our previous earth-themed deck, fairy tarot cards, the suits correspond to the seasons: spring, summer, winter, and autumn. In keeping with the nature-based wisdom that comes with working with animals, you'll read more about these suits later in this guidebook. On a historical note, the major arcana was originally created with justice as the 8th card and strength as the 11th card. However, in the early 20th century, Arthur Edward Waite flipped the cards' positions, when he created his famous Rider-Waite deck. His reasons for doing so were obscure, and the result was disruptive to the flow of the major arcana's spiritual path story, so we've restored them to their original positions in the animal tarot cards. Since every individual tarot card has multiple possible meanings, we recommend you consult each description in this guidebook and let your intuition lead you to the appropriate interpretation for the reading. Trust your angels, spirit animals, and feelings to guide you. The cards in this deck are rich with symbolism, and the illustrations also provide answers and messages. As you work with this deck, the images will help you open your heart to the guidance of God's animal kingdom. Notice which aspect of each card's painting capture your attention, as that can be part of your message. This guidebook, coupled with your intuition, will help you discern answers to all of your questions. Using your animal tarot cards. Here's how to prepare and work with your animal tarot cards. Step 1. Clear your card deck. Your cards are sensitive and they absorb energy from everyone who touches them. There's no need to worry about this, as you can thoroughly clear them simply by holding the intention to do so. It's a good idea to clear your deck before you use it the first time, and then periodically as you feel guided. Steps 1 and 2 need repeating only after another person touches your cards, or if your reading lacks clarity because the cards have become clogged with too much energy. Other people's energies can influence future readings, even if those energies were very pure. For that reason, it's best that the decks you use be imbued with only your energy. To clear your cards, hold the deck in one hand and sweep your hand over it. Then think the thought that you'd like the cards to be cleared and say a prayer over them, such as, "Dear God, thank you for lifting away anything from these cards that isn't of divine love." This clears out the old energy so that the cards are ready to receive your special energy. Prepare the cards. Briefly touch all the cards to introduce your own energy to them. You can simply touch one of the corners of each card to do this. Then fan the cards out with the artwork facing you. Hold the fanned cards to your heart and think about any prayers or intentions you would like to bestow upon them. Your cards are sensitive to your desires for them. Your deck now carries your personal vibration and wishes. Step 3. Ask a question. Think of a question you'd like to have answered. If you're pulling cards for someone else, ask him or her to either think of or voice a question. Heaven hears your thoughts, so you don't need to say anything out loud. Step 4. Shuffle the cards. Think of the question as you shuffle the cards and ask heaven to help you with an answer and guidance. We often say this prayer while shuffling. Dear God, I ask that you ensure that only your pure and trustworthy messages come through these cards. Please protect my loved ones and me. Please help me see, hear, feel, and know the messages that you have for us. I ask that this card reading bring blessings to everyone involved. If one or more cards jump out of the deck while you're shuffling, place them to the side. They will be part of your reading. As you're shuffling, you'll likely notice accompanying feelings, thoughts, words, or visions. These inner messages will help you understand the cards you draw, so pay attention to everything that you feel, think, hear, and see. You may also receive a feeling or a knowing to stop shuffling the cards, or you might even hear the words, "Stop shuffling." You can't make a mistake and stop too soon, as the divine law of attraction ensures that you're always to be guided to the correct cards. So please give any worries about doing things wrong to God and the angels. Step 5, choose a card. Once you stop shuffling, pull any card from the deck. The card you draw is always the right one. All are positive, so don't worry about choosing incorrectly. Whichever card you pull is the answer to your question. As you read the words on the front, notice any additional words, thoughts, feelings, or visions that come to you, as these are messages from heaven. The pictures on the card are important as well. Notice where your eyes go when you look at it and pay attention to how you feel. Everything you see and feel is part of the answer to your question. If you set aside a card or cards that jumped out of the deck while you were shuffling, look at it too. The jumping card is also giving you a message. Step 6, read this guidebook. Turn to the meanings for each card within this booklet. As you read the words, continue to notice any thoughts or feelings that come to you, keeping in mind that they are part of the reading. Heaven will offer you answers and guidance about every part of your life. Even as a beginner, you can give yourself or another an amazing, insightful, and helpful reading. 3 card messages. With the Animal Tarot cards, you'll receive most of your answers from simple 3-card readings. For example, you can start the morning by asking Heaven, what do I need to know about today? After completing steps 3 and 4, pick 3 cards from the top of the deck with the pictures and words facing up. Lay the first card to your left, the second one in the middle, and the third to the right. Card 1 is your past, card 2 is your present, and card 3 is your future. You can always change your future by changing what you're doing right now. Examine how these 3 cards relate to the question you asked. Listen to your feelings and thoughts as you look at the cards. They're part of the answer to the question. Celtic Cross Spread. One of the most popular and beloved cards in tarot, card spreads in tarot is the Celtic Cross, and it can be used to answer your questions about any topic. This spread of 10 cards reveals the basis of the situation you inquired about, the challenge, the past, the present, the near future, and the likely outcome. After completing steps 3 and 4 described above, lay out 10 cards face up in the order shown in the diagram. This is what each card represents. Card 1 is the present moment and the primary concern. Card 2, the challenge affecting card 1, a block, the cause of the challenge. Card 3, subconscious influences, unknown information, the distant past. Card 4, the recent past, a situation that has come to a conclusion. Card 5, the present, conscious beliefs and current events. Card 6, the near future, a new person or event, a shift in energy. Card 7, your power or lack of power in the moment, how you see yourself in the situation. Card 8, the effects of people around you, how other people see you in the situation. Card 9, your hopes and fears. Card 10, the most likely outcome. In the next section of this guidebook, you'll find meanings for each card. Remember that you have free will choices about all areas of your life, and you can also change the outcome of any situation through prayer, visualization, and positive affirmations. God, Jesus, the angels, and your animal guides can help you alter your future for the better if you'll just ask for and be open to their assistance. The meanings of the cards. This guidebook explains the general meaning for every card in the Animal Tarot Cards deck. As is traditional for tarot, the major arcana cards are listed first numerically, followed by the minor arcana cards, which are listed ace through king by suit or season. When you're ready to look up a card's meaning, find the corresponding page and read the interpretation and symbolism for the entry. Your inner wisdom will tell you if any of the information applies to you, or it may trigger further insights about your situation. And always remember that your intuition will offer you even more personalized messages from the animals in these cards and your personal animal guide. So as you read, simultaneously pay attention to your thoughts and feelings. The major arcana consists of 22 cards describing major events and turning points in our lives. The major arcana cards can also represent the different phases from childhood to old age. Each card is numbered, as is in traditional tarot. The minor arcana. From here forward, the cards proceed without numerals, since this is traditional in tarot. The minor arcana of the Animal Tarot cards consists of 4 suits: spring, summer, winter, and autumn. There are 14 cards in each suit from ace to king, similar to ordinary playing cards. While the major arcana tends to reflect major life events, the minor arcana usually represents our everyday lives. The minor arcana's court cards, princess, prince, queen, and king, in this deck focus on people interacting with you in your life. At times, the cards will even represent you or the way in which you're coming across to others. However, they can also illustrate a situation that a particular individual represents or is playing a part in. It's important to remember that the genders of the court cards aren't meant to be read as a hard and fast rule. If you draw a card that happens to have a female figure, but the personality attributes sound to you like a male that you know, then you should follow your guidance and interpret the card as referring